Hey kids, I think I did one of these about 2 years ago or some a while ago. It was before COVID and stuff. Uh, what am I listening to? This is basically what recent recently got into my possession. I hate to say this, but I do physical media. Occasional download. I have some stuff on my phone just exclusively, you know, iTunes, so it goes into this computer too. But I want to go back a little bit. I end up finding out, so I don't have it here, but because it's wasn't very recent, uh, but I end up discovering this original album series. You end up getting about five uh, CDs for about $20. It kind of looks like this. I got Rat. Uh, I'm assuming this is the first five albums. I think some of them jump around. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, back in high school, I had Out of the Cellar on cassette, and yeah, Motley Crue was good. I I saw them during the Shout at the Devil and the next tour. That I didn't get the album, but uh, they started dressing more like women at that point instead of Alice Cooperish. But yeah, I went to see them and stuff, but I had always felt that Rat was a better band, but I didn't see them until they were, two original members uh, were with them. Uh, it was a Harley Davidson thing. They do it annually. They didn't do it last year. I'm sure they didn't do it this year, but they bring in national acts like this version of Rat. But yeah, I've been going through about three of the albums. Of course, I went straight to Out of the Cellar. You usually go for the familiar, but I think just about every album on this I know the singles at least. From there, the really most recently, this is probably more recent than some other ones here, but I decided to do the same thing with Cheap Trick. Uh, I had three of these albums. Uh, uh, Live at Budokan, uh, big one, Dream Police. I'm huge on that album. Still, probably their best album in my opinion, out of the ones that I know, which are three. Uh, One on One, when the original bass player left. Uh, there's a song on here called She's Tight. I really enjoy that one. Then there's Lap of Luxury and Busted. I'm not really familiar with those albums, but yeah, uh, just like Rat, I went with my favorite, which is Dream Theater or Dream Theater, Dream Police, as the one I listened to, and I did listen to some of One on One. Uh, haven't really listened to too much of this. Back when I was in junior high, I had a 45 of, and I'm to this day, they're two of my favorite Alice Cooper songs, "Clones" and "Model Citizen." That 45. The Model Citizen was the B side. So I finally decided to pick this up. Haven't really listened to much of it. Uh, uh, about three, the first three songs, which one of them is Clones. I was getting into Gary Newman, and I thought it was just cool that Alice Cooper kind of adopted that sound and made very successful song out of it, and still being Alice Cooper, you know. Uh, Once again, I mean, this thing is kind of like a mountain you have to climb, uh, and this is possibly out of, I'm more recently getting into Iron Maiden. I didn't really get into them back in the 80s, uh, and I have a few of their albums, and I'd like to get more, but out of the ones that I have, I, I I'm going to say it. It's bold as shit, but this is probably their best album, or at least my favorite. I don't get into bests that much. Okay, here's a good one. Uh, Crash of the Crown, the latest from Stixx. Uh, I think this is like the previous one, The Mission, and I think it's a concept album. It has its own story aligned to it. I'm not sure, but the music on this is amazing. Great vocals. The new guy, I forgot his name, but he replaced Dennis DeYoung. He's great. I saw them live about 3 or almost 4 years ago, I think. Yeah, they were very good. He was very good. I never saw Stixx before, and I'm actually getting more into Stixx as I'm older. I like some of Stixx. In fact, out of the old ones that I have, uh, I can never remember. It's the one with the Easter Island pictures on it. I always get those two of them mixed up. The first time I heard that, I wasn't that impressed, and that now is my favorite of those old albums. It used to be Grand Illusion, but that as a non-fan, I think a lot of non-fans would gravitate to that. Excuse me, man, I just ate. Sorry, but next one, I'm really big on this young lady. I got in the kick of basically being interested in female musicians, and I saw this young woman doing blues guitar, so I started following her on social media. I thought she was like a local person somewhere else, but apparently she's a national act, and this rock club that I see a lot of shows called the Token Lounge in Westland, Michigan. They were opening up for or signing blues acts and such. Eric Gales has played there. I saw Eric Gales when he was 16 years old doing, hard rock stuff, opening up for King's X. And King's X will be mentioned later on in this video, but I went to see her, and then just a few months later, she was, there again, and it she just blows the fucking roof. The best way to listen to Samantha Fish is to go see her live. Period. End of discussion. Her latest album, this makes me think of I Double Dog Dare You. I Double Dog Dare You. Yeah. Her tongue is frozen to her guitar. Yep, she's a guitar player, but her vocals steal the show, and she's amazing vocally live. She's just incredible. Absolutely. What do I've been listening to this a lot, so I do have opinions on it. She has gone. She's not just a blues guitar player. She calls herself Americana. Each album will have a different sound, but they all really sound like her. especially since musicianship is the important thing uh, uh, with her stuff. Uh, she'd upped two things that don't seem to go together. Uh, you know, if you tell somebody, but she upped the rock and she also upped the uh, R&B dance pop, and oftentimes it will merge. Now, there's a couple songs that I will probably skip on this album. There's an album called Belle of the West. That's her best album, in my opinion, but that's the first album I ever bought, and I just track after track. Uh, there hasn't been anything since that I've liked or before uh, as much. I like everything she has released so far, and I really like this. This has some really good stuff. The title track probably has her probably her best guitar solo. Uh, All Ice, No Whiskey's great. Twisted Ambition. Uh, I'm not good with the names after that. Hypnotic was good. Uh, yeah. I can go on forever about Samantha here. And my favorite, as promised, my favorite rock band is King's X, and their lead singer bassist, who is 71 years old, released another solo album. This is called Joy Bomb, and I bought it an advanced copy with his scrawl on it. This, I probably should put my glasses on because what I like about this, sometimes he'll just do something at home and play all the instruments. Maybe bring in a drummer. And he does do a lot of his guitar and bass. Let's see, but there are other guitar players that come in. Randy McSteen, Slide, Frank Flabo. Let's see. Tommy Baldwin. He does. There's somebody else. There's Gary Trainer. Oh, Phil X. I'm not sure how famous he is, but he sounds like he would be famous. But yeah, this is a very good album. There's a touch of hip hop in one song. Not a big hip hop thing, but it's coming from Doug Penick, see. I really like Key Changer, which is just a celebration of music, just the joy of music. Like a Wolf is a good one. I'm still much of these because I ended up getting this big spurt of music all at the same time, and it's kind of hard to give them attention as they deserve. Well, that's it for now. Want to do something different after doing 31 reviews of horror movies. It really expanded my video library for people to choose from. Well, yeah, I'm also a rival from Suns fan. Drummer got COVID, so they had to postpone the recent concert in Detroit 2 weeks to a day that I couldn't go, so I'm getting a refund. I'm grateful for the refund. Well, as usual, stay safe and always have a good time. Bye now.